What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review, and I'm here to give my take appropriately enough. I've got my Superman sweatshirt on, my hoodie, got my hoodie going here. Can't get it over my headphones. There we go. Got my Superman gear on. I want to talk about issue 19 of Superman. What is this? Volume 7 of the Superman comics now. This has been, I think this is the final issue of the Bendis run, the Brian Michael Bendis run. But it may not be. He may be on Superman for a little while longer. I think this is the last issue though. But I want to talk about the last two issues, and this one in particular, issue number 19. So in issue 18, Superman tells the world his secret identity, that he is Clark Kent, and that they are one and the same. And I don't know. It's like Brian Michael Bendis. I have not enjoyed his run on Superman. And quite frankly, I was excited when he came over. I was like, this is a good writer. He's written some good stuff, but he fundamentally does not understand the Superman character, and that has become clear. That has become clear through the Man of Steel, the 6-issue Man of Steel series, and this series, Superman, the 19-issue run this has had so far. In the Man of Steel series, he retcons the destruction of Krypton, which, I kind of let it go because Ra's al Ghul was kind of a cool bad guy. It was still dumb. I still didn't like retconning the destruction of Krypton, even though it did bring us this cool villain, Ra's al Ghul. And it kind of gave a new dimension to this Superman-Zod relationship as well. But through the course of these 19 issues and the 6 Man of Steel issues, it has become more and more and more clear that Bendis does not understand Superman. So last issue, issue 18, he outs himself as Clark Kent. He says, I am basically says my secret identity is Clark Kent. That's who I am. I am one and the same. First page here. First page. This is a kind of a warning sent to Perry White. This is what could happen to the Daily Planet now. All right. Basically, the Daily Planet has been told, yes, you are now a target. You are now a target, and everybody that works for you is a target. You are going to be in serious trouble now because all of Superman's bad guys are going to be after the Daily Planet. And they have this meeting. Clark, Jimmy, Perry, Lois, they have this meeting where they basically say, where Perry White basically says, nothing has changed. Everybody's known that there's been a relationship between Superman and the Daily Planet. We've always been a target because of Superman. Nothing has changed. Yada, yada, yada. They actually fire him. Perry fires him because the lawyers and insurance people are outside. And then Perry rehires him. Look how excited he is. Superman is here. Get your truth and justice reporting from the Daily Planet. It's just... And then they spend some time actually coming up with these rules for Clark now that he's been outed as Superman. I don't know. The whole thing it feels like shock for the sake of shock value. And it feels like something that's going to be unwritten soon. I don't think this is going to last because it's dumb. We get to a point where Clark leaves the meeting and all these people in the Daily Planet are hugging him. Remember the time you saved me? Remember the time you saved me? I don't know. And then he has this whole part where he talks about, it felt good to finally tell my truth. Clearly, this is a metaphor for, other people in walks of life, in real walks of life, in the real world, telling their truth, and that's fine. I have a hard time making the comparison of Clark Kent's secret identity to being the same thing as like a transgender person telling their truth or a homosexual person telling their truth. I honestly, that I could see how some people would even find that insulting. Um, but here we are anyways. He's telling his truth on his identity and who he is. It's just, I don't know. I hate to get into identity politics because it's a touchy situation for everybody. For people who are more progressive and people who are more conservative, they all have very strong feelings about it. And my feelings about it are somewhere in the middle. I've always said I'm a centrist. So my feelings about it are somewhere in the middle. So I have a hard time getting into identity politics, and even outside the context of an entertainment show, which is what my show on YouTube is. It's an entertainment show about pop culture, things of that nature. So even out of the context of that, if I'm having a political conversation with somebody, I have a hard time talking about identity politics because I am in the center on it. And I do not consider myself an expert on it in any way whatsoever because I'm a straight white dude. What do I know about it, right? What do I know about the struggles that other people have to go through? So all that being said, it kind of just rubbed me the wrong way that he had this whole part, Bendis wrote in this whole scene about Superman telling his truth. And maybe some people found that empowering, and that's wonderful if they did. I hope some people found that empowering and inspirational. I just have a hard time believing that a lot of people did. Maybe you are a member of the LGBT community and you did find it empowering and inspirational. If so, let me know in the comments down below. It might make me feel a little bit better about it. Maybe you're somebody like me and it rubbed you the wrong way. You can tell me that as well. So, and then we get to the scene where he goes to his support group, the Justice League, and we see right there one Harley Quinn. One Harley Quinn is clearly considered a member of the Justice League now. We also have Man-Bat in there, which we know that Man-Bat has been a member of the Justice League Dark. But yeah, Harley Quinn is clearly has a seat at the table. I guess that the Justice League has forgot all about the people she's murdered with the Joker. And then we get on to a new story with Mongol, which seems like it might be relatively interesting. I always like Mongol storylines. But this whole Brian Michael Bendis storyline, excuse me while I pick up my board, with Superman revealing his secret identity, there's a reason why Superman has a secret identity. The Superman that is in love with Lois Lane would never reveal his secret identity because that puts her at risk. The Superman that's in love with being a reporter at the Daily Planet is never going to reveal his secret identity because that puts everybody else at the Daily Planet at risk. That puts his pal, Jimmy Olsen, at risk. Jimmy Olsen said like 4 times in this issue, pal, 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 and that puts Jimmy at risk. Everybody that Superman loves is now at risk, except his son, because for whatever reason, Superman was good to go, son. Go to the 31st century. Let's forget about how bad of a parent he is and how bad of a parent Lois is, which was stupid also. Another big Brian Michael Bendis blunder. I almost said blum. What's a blum? A big Michael Bendis blunder was John Kent, Superman being perfectly fine with John Kent going to the future. Yeah, I just don't think Brian Michael Bendis understands Superman. And unfortunately, the more that he's written Superman, the more it's become clear that he doesn't understand him. Superman would never out his identity because of the safety of the people that he would. Superman, this dude right here, he would hold in that secret and put all the burden of that secret on his shoulders because that is what is worth it to him. It is worth taking that burden. It is worth taking that pain of keeping this secret from so many people. It's worth it for their safety because that is who Superman is. And now Superman just put everybody that he knows at risk selfishly. He made a selfish move. And Superman is not selfish. He is selfless. He made a selfish move that puts everybody at risk. Forget about the fact that he's a bad father and Lois is a bad mother. Forget about the fact that Bendis completely retconned Krypton, the destruction of Krypton, and brought in Rogol Zor. Forget about all that. This was the straw that broke the camel's back. this made Superman a crappy person. And I hope for those of you who are inspired by the fact that he told his truth, I hope you don't think that I'm saying that anybody who tells their truth is a crappy person. People telling their truths is empowering. It's empowering. And it should inspire and empower the people around you. This was not empowering. Him telling his truth was selfish, and it put everybody around him in danger. So, I've not been a fan of Bendis' run, and I think this might be the last issue that he's on, and I hope it is. I hope it is, because Superman needs a fresh voice now, and a voice that understands the character a little bit better, because I haven't been impressed. So, have you been reading the Bendis run? Let me know what you thought about it in the comments down below. Maybe you jumped off the Bendis run way earlier than me, because I've stuck it out, because I'm such a big Superman fan. I'll always read the Superman comics, even when they're bad, and these haven't been good. So, let me know what you thought of Bendis' run in the comments down below. Let me know what you think about Superman telling his truth and revealing his secret identity to the world. Maybe you'd love it. Maybe it is inspiring to you. Let me know. I'd love to hear that. Different perspectives can make me see things a different way. But right now, I'm just kind of at the viewpoint where I'm like, this isn't good. This isn't Superman. I don't like it. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for being here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you later.